Hello, I'm Aaron Marino from Alpha M, and I would like to congratulate you on your newfound success. What's that? Slave to the man, busting your ass for years, okay? Regardless, you've broken through that barrier and have achieved some degree of financial and professional success. And so now it's time for you to rebrand you. And so today we're going to talk about your current brand and make sure that you are rocking your big boy bravado. Alright boys, you are representing your personal brand. Everybody has one. We as individuals are making a conscious and sometimes subconscious decision about the brand that we are presenting to the outside world. So, what I want you to do, go to the mirror, take a look at yourself. What do you think of the brand that you are representing and presenting? Are you happy with it? Alright, stop looking confused. What would you think of you? And if there are things that we could tweak or modify to bring that brand up a success or style notch, I think we should address that now. As we mature and grow personally as well as professionally, we continuously need to be adjusting and analyzing our image and brand. Think of it like this. You're climbing up that corporate ladder, personally, professionally, you're moving on up. Well, if your image is staying back here and not adjusting or climbing with you, you're going to be at risk for having promotions and relationships pass you by. Alright, so here's an example. How many of you dress like crap in college? I know. I get it, I was there. I was a complete train wreck. I didn't know whether or not I wanted to dress like a dirty hippie to keep it real or a business student. My living situation, I lived in a complete dirty crap hole with 5 other less than cleanly dudes. My car, it was a beater, but what can you expect? I was in college. But worse than the teal color was the fact that I had trash thrown all over it. Sound familiar? I know, right? Well, here's the deal. Once I graduated and entered into the real world, I realized very quickly that my image needed a serious overhaul if I was A, going to be taken seriously, and B, succeed in this thing called life. Because I knew that if I wanted to eventually obtain success, I needed to project the brand of success. Alright, and I didn't know much, but I knew that the brand of success, it definitely doesn't look like a dirty hippie in a filthy teal car. So what about you? Are you still living, dressing, or driving like you're in college? Your income level and status has increased, but you're stuck in a brand rut. So, my question to you, what are you going to do about it? Bingo! That is right! You are going to make the needed brand modifications or changes to make sure that you are consistently and constantly presenting the brand of success. And the way that we're going to do that, we are going to break brand down into 4 specific categories. Category number 1 is grooming. You need to determine what well-groomed means to you. You need to develop a grooming regimen and then execute it. Maybe you've been growing a big bushy goatee, or maybe you've been growing your hair out. Maybe you've had the same old tired-ass hairstyle like this guy for the past 10 years. Either way, you need to remember that hairstyle, much like clothing, does come in, but it also goes out of style. You need to make sure that you're changing it up in order to be viewed as current. People are going to pay more attention and take your view more seriously. Alright, gentlemen, if you are rocking a big bushy bold beard, well, guess what? You may love it, chicks might love it, but the brand that you are presenting may be that you're a little bit sloppy and possibly a slacker. Gentlemen, you're growing up. Your grooming regimen needs to represent that. If your current grooming habits do not represent the brand that you want them to, fix it. Next up is wardrobe. Your wardrobe is an extension of your brand. Think of it like the pretty packaging, alright? What you wear, the colors you wear, the way that your clothes fit your body are all a part of the equation. But you know that. I am preaching to the style choir. But as you move up the success or income ladder, a lot of times you may want to consider investing in higher quality clothing. Now, I'm not saying just to run out, spend a bunch of money on a bunch of expensive clothes or a bunch of logos and labels. It's like, hey, I spent a lot. Not like that. But once you start getting into the higher end, nicer quality clothing, you're going to see that there is a difference, definitely. You're going to notice that the fabric are a lot of times nicer, softer, more luxurious. The construction is also going to be better, and a lot of times they have perfected the fit. Gentlemen, your wardrobe, definitely part of your brand. Next up is domicile. You know, house, apartment, condo, crib, whatever you call it, where you live. But more specifically, how you live is definitely part of the brand equation. And I get it. When you're first starting out, you're moving in, you're moving up. You might have like 3 or 4 roommates. You've got a hand-me-down couch, you're sleeping on a futon, it smells like a foot, you got stains on thick. right? I get it. But then you start moving up the success and financial ladder. You start doing a little better. Maybe now you've got one roommate, and someday, just maybe, you might have a beautiful place or castle of your own. Well, here's the deal. It might be beautiful, gorgeous, gleaming from the outside, but if somebody walks in and it's a filthy, dirty, stinky mess, gentlemen, brand execution over, you have failed. Inside needs to be clutter-free, decorated, taken care of. Gentlemen, a man's house is his castle. Make sure that yours is looking appropriate because it is definitely speaking volumes about you. And I am a firm believer, if you live in clutter and confusion and chaos, the rest of your life is going to be that way also, metaphorically speaking. So gentlemen, we talked about your castle. Now we got to talk about some horses. Settle down, boy. Gentlemen, last but certainly not least, automobile. The car that you drive speaks volumes about your brand. Now, I know that when you're starting off, you don't have much money and you're driving a beater. Okay, times have changed. Now you've got to decide what car you're going to drive to represent your brand. And me? After seeing the trailer and images of the new Corvette that's coming out, 11313, it says Alpha all day long. Every dude has that one car that they absolutely love, and that is the epitome of style and success. For me, it's Corvettes. It all started when I was like 6 years old. I had this little Matchbox car. It was a Corvette, and I absolutely love it. And after seeing the images and the videos of the new Corvette that's coming out, 11313, talk about rebranded. Everything you thought you knew about Corvette, you can throw out the tinted window. Man, this car's style is going to change your perception and blow your mind. Below this video, there's a link for you to get a sneak peek of what I can only refer to as auto image excellence. Gentlemen, it comes down to personal brand. Everybody has one. Like it or not, here it comes. The 4 elements. You have grooming, you have style, you have where you live, and you have what you drive. All 4 pieces need to work consistently, blend together. In a marriage, a dance, a waltz, a brand waltz, if you will. All things working together, seamlessly flowing. One thing doesn't work, boom, you drop your partner. Everybody's looking at you like, yo, he's a horrible date. And you're like, yo, I was on River Dance. And all things together need to be consistent. All right? Horrible example? Absolutely. Did I get my point across? I hope so. Gentlemen, your image, your brand, your responsibility. It just might be time for you to rebrand you.